Konnichiwa, hello and welcome. This is Roy and this is Zilla90, and today I will be reviewing yet another figure that is very budget friendly and affordable but awesome, and that is the BanDai Namco Godzilla action figure series MechaGodzilla 2002, or aka Kiryu. And I got some things to say about it, so let's get things started. And now, starting things off the box, because you know we got to talk about boxes on this channel when we still have the boxes. As you can see, first things first, we see a picture of the BanDai Creations BanDai America Godzilla 1954 right there on the front of the box, which so-called happens to be this figure, which I do have. Yeah, incorrect figure on the front of the box. That's not even a figure that's in this line. Although it's still Godzilla related, so it's kinda half right, but not exactly correct. But anyway, the top right corner of the box, we have BanDai Namco, and it says Godzilla. We have the Japanese Godzilla logo there, and a very bright, glittery blue colorization with some very bright, vibrant yellow outlines. We have the title of the figure right here. It says MechaGodzilla 2002, which they could have also added Kiryu, but I guess they figure more people would be more familiar with the name MechaGodzilla, I guess. But anyway, it also tells you the title of the line that they call these figures that it's in. But everybody calls it Godzilla Action Figure Series. They call it Godzilla Action Figurine Articuli. Yes, I am reading that correctly. It says Articuli when it should say Articulated Godzilla, which is, yeah, this is not exactly Godzilla. It's actually Kiryu in here. So, yeah. Although, yeah, all of them say that, technically. So I guess it's just like copy and paste. But anyway, the top right hang tag of the box, we have a warning label letting you know that this is a choking hazard with small parts. So if you have small children, definitely this might not be a good choice for them. And yeah, also that means, you know, don't look at this and get hungry and try to eat it and, you know, think it's food or a cheeseburger or Captain Crunch or Lucky Charms or you know, a Snickers bar or a Reese's Pieces or a bag of M&Ms, because yeah, this is not something that you can eat. So yeah, definitely pay attention to that warning label there. But anyway, the bottom right corner, we have ages 4+, so this is obviously safe for small children, but not for small toddlers that might put things in their mouth, so definitely keep that in mind. And we have the BanDai logo, which is the production company that makes these. We have the Godzilla logo right there. We have the Godzilla Kaiju logo right there. And of course we have the Toho company logo, which is the legal license holder for Godzilla. And of course, the right hand side of the box, we see a picture of the correct I would say mech that's inside of this box. I wouldn't say monster, but yeah, we could say monster, kaiju, whatever. We have MechaGodzilla 2002, aka Kiryu right here, and we have its Godzilla right there. The back of the box pretty much says the same thing at the top that it says at the front of the box. And we have two figures that they're showing in the line. It's obviously up to 4 now, actually, and 5 if you count the Oscar Awards Godzilla -1, the gold variant. That was, I believe, a New York Toy Fair exclusive. But anyway, we have the Godzilla Final Wars Godzilla 2004 figure right here, which I previously reviewed. And of course, we have this one, which is the figure that we will be reviewing today in this video, which is MechaGodzilla 2002. And we have some more information about the figure and, yeah, all that stuff, and an uninteresting barcode. And the bottom of the box, it's just a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo, I guess. But anyway, with that said, now that pretty much wraps it up for the box. Now on to the figure. And now here we have the BanDai Namco Godzilla action figure series, MechaGodzilla 2002, or aka Kiryu, right here before us in all of his shining metallic glory. As you can see, this is a pretty cool figure for the price, and I am not complaining. For those of you unfamiliar with Kiryu, or aka MechaGodzilla 2002, or the movie that this figure is from, Godzilla against MechaGodzilla, basically, Kiryu, or MechaGodzilla 2002 RL, MechaGodzilla 3, as he is called in the Godzilla Save the Earth Pipeworks video game, is made up, well, the inner skeleton is made up of the bones of the original 1954 Godzilla. So yeah, interesting fact for those of you who may not know, getting a closer look at this figure. As you can see, like I just mentioned, it is a very shiny, metallic, silvery colorization with some black inlinings for the inner skeleton, the inner wiring of the mech. So we do have that black wiring inside of it under the silver armor pieces, as you can see. I think for the price, the detail on this figure is really good. I absolutely love it. It also has some pretty good articulation for what you get, and I really appreciate these figures. When I first bought them, I didn't think I like them as much as I would. Especially when I first saw reviews for these figures, I was kind of underwhelmed at first, but until I got them, in my hands firsthand, I actually fell in love with these. Now getting a closer look at Kiryu here, so we can see those bright yellow eyes of his. If I can get my light on, there we go. There we can see his bright yellow shining eyes. And we have that little crest on the top of his head. Getting a look at those cool looking dorsal spines of his. Looking really nice. How they go into the smaller ones on his tail to where it tapers off kind of at there's a barbed point, which is kind of hard to notice. There we go. Now you can see it. Alright. And yeah, getting a closer look at his chest as well, where this would open and the absolute zero cannon would be. But obviously this part in the chest does not open. It's just one piece on this figure. And like I also mentioned, you can see all the black inlinings where the wiring under the armor would also be. And we can open that mouth as well and get a good look inside that mouth. Looking really nice. Really like this figure. Articulation, the head can bob up and down on a ball joint. We can look right, that much. We can look left about that much. We can look up. We can look down about that much. The arms are on ball joints, and well, on a ball joint hinge, so you can rotate them all the way around a full 360, and we can bring them up like so, about that much, and back down about that much. The arms and legs on these figures are also detachable, so you can pull them off and put them back on. There is some assembly required when you first get him out of the box, so that pretty much explains it. So yeah, and then back on. And we also do have a good swivel at the elbow as well, so we can swivel those elbows all the way around a full 360 if we choose to. We also have a hinge at the elbow, so we can move it forward and then back up. And same is true with the other hand, so we can move it forward and then back up. And if, as you notice, the hinge joints on this figure are very ratchety. We also have a ball joint at the wrist, so we can swivel those wrists all the way around a full 360, and we can rock them forward and back on a hinge as well. So we have that action going. Far as leg articulation, the hips are on ball joints, and yes, the legs are also detachable, as you are seeing. Because like I said, there is some assembly required out of the box. The legs can kick forward about this much, back about that much. Well, not very much at all, but yeah, same is true with the other leg. We can kick forward about that much, back about that much. We can split out about that much. Not a whole lot of range there, but it's still something. And then back in about that much. The knees are also on a hinge joint, so we can bend those knees excuse me, about that far forward and that far back. And yeah, no swivel at the knees, unlike the elbows, unfortunately. And we do have a good ankle and foot articulation as well. And just look at those very shiny silvery toes there, looking really nice and really sharp, looking really cool. And then back to articulation, we can rock these feet forward and back like so, and we can rotate them a full 360 like so. But also do be careful, because they can pop off, but you can pop them back on really easily. I mean, you can pop them back on really easily, so just keep that in mind. There we go. I got it back on. But yeah, as you can see, it's not very hard to put it back on. Just trying to keep it in focus, that's all. And now moving right along back to the tail. The tail is on a ball joint, as you can see. It is also detachable and is required to assemble the tail out of the box. You can move the tail about this far up, that far down, and we do have another swivel joint at the back of the tail, so we can swivel that tail all the way around a full 360. Same is true with this part, so yeah, we can swivel that tail all the way around until it pops off, as you can see. But overall, still really like this figure. And also, he comes with an accessory, well, at least one accessory, a Maser Cannon beam effect part. So basically, how you apply this, it's already attached on a lower jaw piece. So basically, what you do is you open, well, the mouth. Well, the mouth is articulated as I demonstrated. You basically pull this off, and technically what you do is you take this piece, and if you see the ball joint socket in the back of his, well, throat there, you take this and you technically pop that right in, like so, and there you have him with his Maser Cannon beam effect part, looking really cool, like he's about to go fight Kiryu. Looking really cool. I like this. I like this figure quite a lot, and I am definitely looking forward to Bandai Namco producing a lot more in the line. And yeah, with that said, I will now be putting his lower jaw piece back in, and finally getting to wrapping this figure review up with my final verdict. And now for my final verdict on the Bandai Namco Godzilla action figure series, MechaGodzilla 2002, aka Kiryu figure here. If I have to give this figure a score based on detail, articulation, and playability, which refers to joint tolerance, I have to give this figure a drumroll, please. A well-deserved fair but square knocked out of the park. 5 out of 5 stars. Why? Number one, this figure is very affordable and budget friendly. He's not amongst of the premium line like SH Monster Arts, or even a more budget friendly premium line like Hiya Toys Exquisite Basics. So I can't really take points off for that, but he does have a good articulation nonetheless. Detail wise, I think the detail is very good for what you get for the price. I am definitely not complaining. Like I said, I was very impressed with these figures firsthand, and I am definitely looking forward to Bandai Namco producing a lot more in the line. Especially that Bandai Namco Godzilla action figure series, Godzilla 1991, that we will be getting very soon. And also articulation. Articulation is somewhat lackluster in certain areas, but I'm not expecting a whole lot of crazy ranges of articulation for the price for these figures. I mean, they are what they are. These are not, adult collectibles like the SH Monster Arts line. These are aimed for, Godzilla fans and collectors of all ages, as well as younger kids. So, yeah. These are basically for Godzilla fans and collectors of all ages. So, that's one thing I like about this. It's, these are not just safe for kids, they're safe for everybody, including safe for your bank account, because these are not going to stomp your wallet down into the ground like the SH Monster Arts line, the same way Godzilla leaves Tokyo. So that's a major relief on that part. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this review. And as always, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And love you guys. Stay safe. God bless. And peace out.